Do you remember Crocodile Dundee? That charismatic Aussie adventurer who brought laughter, thrill, and a slice of the outback right into our homes? When it hit the screens in 1986, it wasn't just a film. It was a cultural phenomenon that turned Paul Hogan into a global sensation and made us all adore that rugged Australian charm. But where are the stars of this classic now? How have their lives evolved through the decades? Today, let's embark on a nostalgic trip back to the 80s and discover how the Crocodile Dundee cast has changed by 2024. From their iconic roles on screen to the intriguing paths they've taken off camera, this is the story behind the unforgettable cast that made Crocodile Dundee a legend. Ready to uncover what these iconic stars are up to today? Let's dive in and rediscover the magic. 1. Maggie Blincoe, from feisty barmaid to revered legend, how much has Maggie Blincoe truly changed? Maggie Blincoe, who brought the spirited barmaid Ida to life in Crocodile Dundee back in 1986, is now 89 years old. Yet how much has she truly transformed? Starting her acting career in her late 30s, Blincoe defied the odds, amassing nearly 50 roles in film and television, from Crocodile Dundee the Coup to her recent appearance in A Stitch in Time, 2022. Evolving from a bold presence on Australian screens to a beloved elder in entertainment, her journey is both captivating and poignant. Once celebrated for her fiery comedic performances, has Blincoe taken a step back, or is she simply biding time for another great role? Now approaching her 90s, she lives a quieter life, far removed from the hustle of the entertainment world. Yet fans continue to treasure Ida's legacy with warmth. Does Blincoe herself reflect fondly on her fame, or has she gracefully closed the chapter on her Hollywood adventures? 2. Christine Totos, from outback starlet to enigmatic recluse, Christine Totos' path away from fame. Christine Totos, best remembered for her brief but striking role as Rosita in Crocodile Dundee, 1986, embodied the rugged allure of the Australian outback and the spirit of indigenous authenticity. In her early 20s during filming, Totos seemed poised for a promising career. Yet instead of chasing Hollywood stardom, she chose a different path, retreating from the spotlight to embrace a quieter existence. Now nearing her 60s, Totos' life stands in stark contrast to the glittering world of international cinema. While her co-stars pursued global fame, she vanished from the public eye, leaving fans intrigued by her story. Has she found solace in a serene life, perhaps in a setting as breathtaking as the outback she once graced? Or does she occasionally look back on her role in one of Australia's most celebrated films? In a culture that idolizes unyielding fame, Christine Totos' decision to step away feels both refreshing and enigmatic. Her departure from acting offers a poignant contrast to her lively portrayal in Crocodile Dundee, leaving fans to honor her contribution while speculating about the life she quietly chose. 3. Anne Carlisle, from screen darling to enigmatic recluse. Unraveling Anne Carlisle's exit from Hollywood. Anne Carlisle, celebrated for her role as Jill in Crocodile Dundee, 1986, was just 30 when she became part of one of Australia's most iconic films. Her portrayal of Mick Dundee's glamorous love interest brought a touch of romance to the adventurous tale. But what became of her after that? Why did she fade so quickly from the acting world? Before venturing into film, Carlisle was already a successful model, and her refined elegance translated seamlessly to the screen. Yet, following her Crocodile Dundee success, she chose to leave the spotlight behind. Unlike her co-stars who pursued lasting fame, Carlisle stepped away, embracing a quieter, more private life. Was it the pressure of fame or a longing for something more fulfilling that drove her decision? Now at 67, Anne Carlisle has maintained a low-key existence. Apart from a handful of minor roles and behind-the-scenes contributions, she has largely remained out of the public eye. This shift contrasts sharply with the glamorous, lively character she portrayed on screen. What does her life look like today, and what inspired her retreat from Hollywood? fans can only speculate, cherishing her brief but unforgettable role in Crocodile Dundee as they ponder the mystery of her chosen path. Caitlin Clark, a sparkling role in Crocodile Dundee and The Quiet Life Beyond. Caitlin Clark's portrayal of Sharon in Crocodile Dundee, 1986, was brief yet unforgettable. At 33, she brought a playful, flirtatious charm to Mick Dundee's New York escapades. But what happened after her memorable appearance? Why didn't she pursue a more prominent acting career? With a solid background in theater, Clark had already earned recognition for her work on Broadway and off-Broadway stages. Despite the global success of Crocodile Dundee, she didn't seek further stardom. Clark appeared in a few notable films, including Dragon Slayer and The Big Picture, yet her career never matched the trajectory of her co-stars. Was it a conscious choice for a quieter life, or did something deeper steer her away from the limelight? Tragically, Clark passed away from ovarian cancer at the young age of 52 in 2004, leaving fans to ponder what might have been. Avoiding media attention and controversy, she lived largely outside the public eye following her brief stint in Hollywood. How might her life have unfolded if not for her untimely passing? Though her role in Crocodile Dundee was small, it remains a beloved moment in cinematic history. 5. Nancy Meta, the small role in Crocodile Dundee that made an impact, but where did she go? Nancy Met, best remembered for her role as Lynn in Crocodile Dundee, 1986, delivered a small yet notable performance in the film's eccentric New York storyline. Likely in her 20s or early 30s at the time, Meta showed great potential. But what happened after her brief brush with fame? Why didn't she pursue bigger opportunities in Hollywood? Following Crocodile Dundee, Meta's career didn't follow the same trajectory as some of her co-stars. She made appearances in a few TV shows and independent films, yet major roles eluded her. Did she consciously step away from the pursuit of stardom, or was something behind the scenes influencing her decision? Meta kept a low profile throughout her career, avoiding media scandals or public attention. Her personal life remains a mystery to this day. After her final role in 2007 in an episode of Terms of Endearment, she disappeared entirely from the public eye. Did she trade the chaos of fame for tranquility, or was it a more private choice? As of 2023, Nancy Met is still fondly remembered by Crocodile Dundee fans, but her life remains an enigma. What might her career have looked like if she had stayed in the spotlight? 6. Anne Francine. Anne Francine, the overlooked gem of Crocodile Dundee, her legacy shines beyond the spotlight. Anne Francine, renowned for her role as Cleo in Crocodile Dundee, 1986, enjoyed a rich and diverse career in entertainment. In her 60s during filming, Francine brought a wealth of stage and screen experience to the movie's New York sequences. Though her part was small, her comedic touch left an indelible mark, securing her place in pop culture history. Long before Crocodile Dundee, Francine had built a solid career on Broadway and in regional theater. She gained recognition for her TV work, particularly as Flora Simpson Riley in Harper Valley PTA. Her film credits included Snow White Live and Stand Up and Be Counted. While she didn't often take on leading roles, her versatility and charm as a character actress earned her deep respect in the industry. After her appearance in Crocodile Dundee, Francine continued taking on smaller roles throughout the 1980s and 1990s, keeping a relatively low profile. Sadly, she passed away in 1999 at the age of 82 after suffering a stroke. Today, Anne Francine is celebrated for her significant contributions to TV, film, and theater. For fans of Crocodile Dundee, she remains a cherished character actress whose talent transcended the screen. 7. Linda Kozlowski. Linda Kozlowski, from Crocodile Dundee icon to private retreat, the journey of Sue Charlton. Linda Kozlowski will forever be celebrated for her iconic portrayal of Sue Charlton in the Crocodile Dundee film series, playing a fearless and independent American reporter who falls for the rugged Mick Dundee. Brought to life by Paul Hogan, Kozlowski captured hearts worldwide. At just 28, she achieved international fame with the first film in 1986, followed by sequels in 1988 and 2001. Her role not only defined her career, but also solidified her reputation as a star known for embodying strong female leads in action comedy classics. Following her Crocodile Dundee success, Linda appeared in films like Almost an Angel, 1990, and Pass the Ammo, 1888, though none reached the same acclaim. By the 1990s, her career had noticeably slowed, and she retired from acting altogether in the early 2000s. Linda's personal life also drew significant attention, particularly her marriage to Paul Hogan. Their relationship, which began during the Crocodile Dundee era, ended in a highly publicized divorce in 2014. Since then, Linda has kept a low profile, stepping away from both acting and the public eye. As of 2023, Linda Kozlowski lives a quiet, private life in the United States. While she remains a cherished figure among Crocodile Dundee fans, she shows little inclination to return to the limelight, embracing the peace of life away from Hollywood. 8. Paul Hogan. Paul Hogan. From Crocodile Dundee fame to quiet retirement, the lasting legacy of an Aussie legend. Paul Hogan, the legendary Australian actor, comedian, and writer, is best known for creating and portraying Mick Crocodile Dundee in the Crocodile Dundee film series. Born on October 8, 1939, Hogan introduced the world to the rugged and endearing bushman navigating the chaos of New York City in 1986. At 47, his performance catapulted him to international stardom, with the film becoming one of the defining hits of 1980s cinema. Hogan reprised his iconic role in Crocodile Dundee 2, 1988, and Crocodile Dundee in Los Angeles, 2001, further cementing his place in Hollywood history. Before his Crocodile Dundee breakthrough, Hogan built a name for himself on Australian television with The Paul Hogan Show, 1973 to 1984, a wildly popular sketch comedy series that made him a household name in Australia. Despite the unparalleled success of the Crocodile Dundee films, Hogan's later career struggled to reach the same heights. Movies like Almost an Angel, 1990, and Lightning Jack, 1994, fell short of expectations, marking a decline in his Hollywood trajectory. Hogan's personal life also drew attention, particularly his marriage to Crocodile Dundee co-star Linda Kozlowski. The pair married in 1990, had a son, and shared 23 years together before their divorce in 2014. Hogan also faced legal battles with the Australian government over tax issues in the 2010s, but he was ultimately cleared of all charges by 2014. Now 85, Hogan has largely stepped away from acting in public life. He divides his time between the US and Australia, enjoying a quieter retirement. Though his public appearances have waned, his legacy as Mick Dundee endures, and he remains a celebrated figure for his lasting contributions to comedy and film. Reginald VelJohnson. Reginald VelJohnson, the beloved TV dad and action hero who defined an era. Reginald VelJohnson, born on August 16, 1952, in Queens, New York, is best remembered for his unforgettable roles as Carl Winslow in Family Matters and Al Powell in the Die Hard films. His acting journey began in the early 1980s, but it was in 1989 that he became a household name with Family Matters. As Carl Winslow, a devoted yet often exasperated father, VelJohnson captured hearts throughout the sitcom's run until 1998. His comedic chemistry with Steve Urkel, played by Jaleel White, became iconic, solidifying his status as one of TV's most cherished dads. Before Family Matters, VelJohnson made his mark in Die Hard, 1988, and Die Hard 2, 1990, portraying Al Powell, the empathetic New York cop who aids Bruce Willis's John McClane in high-stakes hostage situations. This role secured his place in the pantheon of action film legends. Following his sitcom success, Vel Johnson took on supporting roles in shows like The Huleys and The George Lopez Show. While his post-Family Matters career was quieter, he remained a consistent presence in Hollywood. Known for keeping his personal life private, he never married and has devoted much of his time to charitable work. Now 70, Vel Johnson still graces screens with occasional appearances in projects like The Rookie and Call Me Kat. His legacy as Carl Winslow and Al Powell endures, remaining a treasured part of 1990s pop culture and beyond. 10. John Meilan. John Meilan, the endearing sidekick who brought heart to Crocodile Dundee. John Meilan, born on May 1st, 1934 in Paddington, New South Wales, Australia, was a highly esteemed actor with a remarkable career in both film and television. Meilan's most memorable role came as Sam, Mick Dundee's loyal and humorous sidekick in Crocodile Dundee, 1986. At 51, his portrayal of Sam added warmth and comedic charm to the film, earning him international acclaim. Yet long before Crocodile Dundee, Meilan was already a celebrated figure in Australian entertainment. Prior to his iconic role, Meilan starred in a variety of Australian productions, including The Cars That Ate Paris, 1974, and the TV series Homicide. Known for his adaptability, he excelled in both comedic and dramatic performances. Beyond the screen, Meilan also had a distinguished career in theater, showcasing his depth as an actor. Meilan kept his personal life out of the spotlight, but his later years were marked by declining health. Sadly, he passed away on August 11, 1989, at the age of 55 due to cirrhosis of the liver. Despite his early death, his legacy endures through his unforgettable role in Crocodile Dundee and his significant contributions to Australian cinema. 11. David Gulpilil. David Gulpilil, the Indigenous icon who transformed Australian cinema. David Gulpilil, born on July 1st, 1953, in the Northern Territory of Australia, was a trailblazing Indigenous actor who revolutionized the portrayal of Aboriginal Australians in film. Best known for his standout roles in Walkabout, 1971, and Crocodile Dundee, 1986, Gulpilil brought Charlie, a traditional Indigenous man aiding Mick Dundee, Paul Hogan, to life with authenticity and depth. His role was a rare and impactful representation of Indigenous Australians, earning him acclaim and contributing to the film's cultural resonance. Beyond acting, Gulpilil was a gifted dancer, writer, and artist. He starred in critically acclaimed films such as The Tracker and Charlie's Country, the latter winning him multiple awards, including Best Actor at the 2014 Cannes Film Festival. His career extended beyond the screen as he became a passionate advocate for Indigenous rights and the preservation of Aboriginal culture. While Gulpilil faced personal struggles, including addiction and legal challenges, his resilience and determination cemented him as a powerful voice for his community. He passed away on November 29, 2021, at the age of 68 after battling lung cancer. Gulpilil's groundbreaking roles and tireless advocacy have left an enduring legacy, reshaping Australian cinema and elevating Indigenous stories for generations to come. 12. Steve Rackman. Steve Rackman, the tough guy icon who made Donk unforgettable. Steve Rackman, born in 1951 in Melbourne, Australia, gained fame as Donk in Crocodile Dundee, 1986. Before his acting career, Rackman was a successful professional wrestler known as Steve Crusher Rackman, whose commanding presence and rugged persona made him a perfect fit for Donk. As one of Mick Dundee's loyal and humorous friends, Rackman brought strength and comedic charm to the film. He reprised the role in Crocodile Dundee 2, 1988, cementing his place in the beloved franchise. Although Rackman's acting career was brief, with just 25 film and TV credits, he left an indelible mark on Australian cinema. Aside from the Crocodile Dundee films, he appeared in notable projects such as Turkey Shoot, 1982, and The Last War Horse, 1981. Still, his portrayal of Donk remains his most iconic and enduring contribution to the screen. In 2001, Rackman retired from acting and transitioned to a quieter life, opening several gyms that he successfully ran before retiring entirely in 2010. Since then, he has kept a low profile, avoiding the media spotlight. While he no longer appears on screen, his role as Donk continues to resonate with fans, ensuring his place in Australian pop culture history. 13. Paul Greco. Paul Greco, the subtle star who added depth to Crocodile Dundee. Paul Greco, born on October 21, 1955, was an Australian actor who played a memorable supporting role in Crocodile Dundee, 1986. As Terry, he brought a touch of authenticity to the vibrant Australian outback community that surrounded Mick Dundee, Paul Hogan. Though his role wasn't central to the story, his performance added to the film's charm and cultural richness. Greco's career spanned both television and film, with nearly 20 credits to his name. Beyond Crocodile Dundee, he appeared in notable projects like Broadway Danny Rose, 1984, The Cable Guy, 1996, and the cult classic The Warriors, 1979, where he portrayed the quirky leader of the Orphans gang. While he didn't achieve the same level of fame as some of his co-stars, his role in Crocodile Dundee remains a defining highlight of his career. Living a quiet life away from the limelight, Greco avoided controversies and kept his personal affairs private. Little is known about his life outside of acting, a testament to his low-key approach to fame. Sadly, Paul Greco passed away on December 17, 2008, at the age of 53 after a battle with lung cancer. Though his career was relatively understated, his contributions to Crocodile Dundee and his work in other films have left an enduring legacy in cinema. 14. Jerry Skilton. Jerry Skilton, the unsung hero of Crocodile Dundee's outback adventure. Jerry Skilton, born on March 12, 1945, is an Australian actor who won hearts with his role as Jacko in the legendary Crocodile Dundee, 1986. Though a supporting character, Jacko added humor and authenticity to the colorful Australian outback crew surrounding Mick Dundee, Paul Hogan. At 41, Skilton brought a relatable charm to the role, and now at 78, his contribution to the film remains fondly remembered. Skilton's career included various roles in Australian TV films and miniseries such as Cyclone Tracy and Wrangler. He reprised his role as Jacko in the Crocodile Dundee sequels, keeping the spirit of the outback alive. In 2010, he even revived his character by paying Paul Hogan $1 to include Jacko in the documentary series Mega Gets a Life, which delved into the history of gold miners in Claremont. While his role in Crocodile Dundee remains his most iconic, Skilton's career featured numerous smaller roles that enriched Australian film and television. After his peak in acting, he chose a quieter life, avoiding controversies and keeping his personal life private. Today, Jerry Skilton is celebrated for his unforgettable portrayal of Jacko, a character that continues to resonate with fans of the Crocodile Dundee franchise, cementing his legacy in Australian cinema history. 15. Terry Gill. Terry Gill, the quiet power behind Crocodile Dundee's ensemble. Terry Gill, born on October 25, 1939, was a talented Australian actor, best remembered for his role as Terry in Crocodile Dundee, 1886. While his character wasn't central to the plot, Gill's performance added depth and humor to the film's ensemble, enhancing the adventurous and comedic spirit that made it a global classic. At 46 during the film's release, Gill played a vital role in shaping its charm. Sadly, he passed away on February 25, 2015, at the age of 75 from lung cancer. Gill's career spanned more than 70 roles across film and television, often portraying rugged or authoritative figures. Notable highlights include his work in Prisoner Cell Block H, The Henderson Kids, and The Flying Doctors, where he brought Sergeant Jack Carr to life in 106 episodes. Although he never achieved major Hollywood stardom, his contributions to Australian cinema and television left a lasting mark. Despite not being a leading man, Gill's role in Crocodile Dundee exemplified his knack for bringing authenticity to supporting characters. He maintained a quiet personal life, steering clear of controversies or public attention. After the film, he continued to work steadily in television and film, choosing to stay out of the limelight while focusing on his craft. Today, Terry Gill's contribution to Crocodile Dundee remains a cherished part of the film's enduring success. He is fondly remembered as a reliable and authentic character actor who played a significant role in the Australian entertainment industry. 16. Mark Blum. Mark Blum, the sophisticated edge in Crocodile Dundee's love story. Mark Blum, born on May 14, 1950, was an acclaimed American actor best remembered for his role as Richard in Crocodile Dundee, 1986. As Sue Charlton's Linda Kozlowski businessman boyfriend, Blum's character provided a sharp contrast to Mick Dundee, Paul Hogan, adding a touch of elegance and complexity to the film's romantic dynamics. At 36, during the film's release, Blum's performance gave depth to the love triangle that helped define the movie's charm. Tragically, he passed away on March 25, 2020, at the age of 69 due to complications from COVID-19. Blum's career was a testament to his versatility, spanning over 80 roles in film, television, and theater. He gained recognition for standout performances in Desperately Seeking Susan, 1985, You've Got Mail, 1998, and appearances in hit TV series like The Sopranos, Law and Order, and Mozart in the Jungle. On Broadway, Blum's talent shone in both comedic and dramatic roles, earning him widespread respect in the theater community. While Crocodile Dundee was one of his most notable on-screen roles, Blum's dedication to his craft and professionalism earned him admiration far beyond Hollywood. He kept his personal life private, focusing on his career and his marriage to actress Janet Zarish, with whom he shared a strong and supportive bond. Blum's untimely passing left fans and colleagues in mourning, but his legacy endures through his memorable work. His portrayal of Richard in Crocodile Dundee remains a significant element of the film's success, leaving an indelible mark on audiences worldwide. 17. Michael Lombard. Michael Lombard, the subtle force behind Crocodile Dundee's family ties. Michael Lombard, born on August 8, 1934, was a talented American actor celebrated for his supporting role in Crocodile Dundee, 1986. Portraying Sam Charlton, the father of Sue Charlton, Linda Kozlowski, Lombard brought a quiet but significant presence to the film, adding depth to its family dynamic. At 52, when the film was released, his performance, though understated, played a key part in grounding the story's character relationships. With a career spanning several decades, Lombard appeared in over 50 film and television projects. Notable credits include Pet Sematary, The Thomas Crown Affair, and his role as Marshall in the series Filthy Rich, 1982 to 1983. Renowned for his work as a character actor, Lombard was known for bringing nuance and reliability to every role he tackled. Lombard's life and career were defined by a commitment to his craft rather than public recognition. He stayed out of the media spotlight, focusing on his performances. Sadly, he passed away on August 13, 2020, at the age of 86, with the cause of death remaining undisclosed. Though he may not have been a household name, Lombard's contributions to film and television, especially his role in Crocodile Dundee, continue to resonate with fans, solidifying his legacy in the industry. 18. Rick Khalidi. Rick Khalidi, a subtle force in Crocodile Dundee's comedic charm. Rick Khalidi, born on February 1, 1934, was an Australian actor best remembered for his role as Danny in Crocodile Dundee, 1986. While his character was not at the forefront of the story, Khalidi's contribution to the film's ensemble was significant, helping to shape its comedic and adventurous tone. He was 52 years old at the time of the film's release, and his performance played a subtle but essential part in the movie's success. Khalidi's acting career was largely defined by supporting roles in both film and television. With over 25 credits to his name, he appeared in projects like Taxi, Barfly, and made his last known appearance in a 1997 episode of Law and Order. However, Despite his impressive body of work, he did not achieve widespread fame, and his career remained relatively under the radar. Rick Colletti passed away on January 30th, 2010, at the age of 75, with the cause of death remaining undisclosed. Little is known about his life after Crocodile Dundee, as he maintained a private existence away from the public eye. Whether he continued acting or pursued other passions remains a mystery, but his role in Crocodile Dundee continues to be fondly remembered, and that's our tribute to the unforgettable cast of Crocodile Dundee. It's incredible how these actors brought the essence of Australia to life, and they've managed to carve out a permanent place in our hearts. Though the years have passed, the memories they gifted us remain just as fresh and timeless. But if you're craving even more nostalgia, you're in for a real treat. In our upcoming videos, we'll take a deeper dive into the stars and stories behind more childhood classics. From iconic TV series to beloved movies, we'll uncover how those legendary characters have evolved and reveal behind-the-scenes secrets that helped shape them. Whether it's that iconic 80s sitcom or the adventure film you watched on repeat, we're here to keep those precious memories alive. So if you're ready for another trip down memory lane, don't go anywhere. Stay with us as we relive the magic together.